Hello Philadelphia Eagles fans and hello NFL fans to week 13 of the 2018 football season. Well, this week our Eagles come back home and play a must-win game on Monday Night Football against the Washington Redskins. Fresh off a slim victory against the New York Giants and must keep pace with the now surging Dallas Cowboys. So yes, I waited this week to do the video on Friday because I wanted to see the result of the Dallas versus New Orleans game last night. I was afraid of Dallas's defense showing up and limiting Drew Brees as they actually did. We talked to a couple people. I did call for Dallas to actually cover. I still thought the Saints were going to pull out the victory. And looking at the end of that game, I thought it was going to happen, especially the fumble late, Dak Prescott, but then Drew Brees uncharacteristically threw a very bad interception, and then the call in the end zone that sealed the game. So right now, yes, we have to start out an Eagles video talking about the Cowboys. But the Cowboys right now are sitting at 7-5. The Washington Redskins are sitting at 6-5, and our Philadelphia Eagles are sitting at 5-6. And then who cares about the Giants? They're done. So, that being said, this game has become huge for us because this is a divisional game, so the tiebreakers that we need to come in the division. Our conference record absolutely stinks. I mean, if I could have picked us to lose to certain teams and beat other teams, I wish we would have beaten more conference teams and then fine, lose against the AFC South all we want because that doesn't affect us for playoff seeding. So pretty much our only route, unless all the other teams for the wild card fall off the face of the earth, and I don't necessarily see that happening or enough teams for that to be significant, we have to win our division. It comes down to what does Dallas do, what does Washington do, and what do we do? We control our own destiny right now because of this. Dallas actually lost to Washington a couple of weeks ago. Yes, they beat them on Thanksgiving, but they lost them a couple of weeks prior too. That means they already have one loss in the division. The only loss we have in the division right now is against Dallas a couple of weeks ago. We swept the Giants, so now this is the first time we're playing Washington. So if we beat Washington, and then a week after we beat Dallas, we actually have a better divisional record. We would have the tiebreaker, which means yes, we would have to win out. Yes, I know we still play the Rams on our schedule in Houston, and it's not a gimme for the last game against Washington. But we control our destiny right now, which is important to put ourselves in that mindset because we don't have to worry per se what other teams are doing if we just handle our own business. And it starts with playing Washington on Monday night. The game against the Giants was nerve-wracking because we were down at one point 19-3, and Saquon Barkley has been absolutely killing us so far, and I have a feeling if he stays healthy, we're going to see him like this for years to come, and that's not something that I look forward to. But for a weird reason, the Giants decided to stop using him in the second half. You better believe Washington and Dallas are paying attention to that because Washington has Adrian Peterson, which he's looking like, not necessarily his old self, but he doesn't look bad whatsoever. It almost looks like we should have picked him up if we would have known we would have had this many injuries at running back. And then Dallas has Zeke. So their formula for success is to run the football and play solid defense. That was our recipe in the second half last week against the Giants. We had to, as Malcolm Jenkins actually went over to the defensive coordinator and say, hey, look, we got to make this simple. Enough with all these crazy schemes and stuff. No, too many people are hitting the same hole and creating just confusion. Keep the defense simple. If you're going to rush these guys, rush them specific. None of these crazy stunts. Let's just run something specific. And corners, this is exactly what we need to do because our cornerback situation last week was horrible. This week, we might be getting back Rasul Douglas and Sidney Jones, which is a plus. because then those corners that we're using last week can go back and play on special teams. But then our offense, finally our offense ran the football. Josh Adams actually had 22 carries. Yeah, he might have averaged 3.8 yards per carry, but it allowed for us to have a level of balance that we haven't had in weeks, if not for almost the entire season. We need to continue that against Washington. I don't care that we don't have 5 or 6 or 7 yards per carry per se, but you got to keep the defense honest and say, hey, look, they could run the ball. And we saw last week, Josh Adams actually did break one loose for 50 yards. It got called back by a pretty close holding penalty. I'm not going to kill the rest exactly for that, but got called back. So he was really close to having about 130 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, let alone just 1. So we got to put our trust in Josh Adams and Corey Clement, which I think he had like either 7 or 9 yards per carry. He only had like 5 carries, but it went for a lot. That's like our recipe, because then that does open up for Zach Ertz. That does open up for other people to be involved in the game, and it takes a lot of the pressure off of Carson Wentz. And we drove down the field, and we scored the points necessary. Yes, we only scored 22 points. Once again, we are not scoring above 25 points right now. But as we saw last night, we have to learn a little bit of even what we saw about Dallas. You don't have to score a crap ton of points when your defense can actually step up to the plate. And losing 19-3 and then coming back, that means the Giants, after we made our adjustments, only scored 3 points. And just smart play calling. Yeah, we want to go for it on 4th down. I get it. The season's on the line, but we got to take the points when given. And claw ourselves back into the game and claw ourselves back into the NFC East. And that's what we're looking for on Monday night when I come down here as well. Because I also already have my plane ticket for Dallas. So you better believe that I'm invested in what we do on Monday night, because I don't want to see this party stop just yet. We need to keep pace. We need to keep winning. We need to control our own destiny. And not just have that sign along with some of the Christmas stuff about Super Bowl 52 champions, because that was last year. We need to believe this year. And we need to have a playoff type atmosphere on Monday night to help our team, because we have to deal with a Washington Redskins team that is confident even without Alex Smith. I don't wish injury on anybody. I don't care what team you play on. So Alex Smith from Philadelphia, I hope that all is well, that you're getting better, and that you return to your form to bring strength back to the NFC East. You were doing very well, especially coming from an Andy Reid coach team. That means for me personally, there's a warm start part in my heart for people that have come from Andy Reid, pipeline. So I hope that you recover. McCoy is going to be in. They're going to keep the same game plan. And then, of course, when you talk about the Washington Redskins, you have to talk about Kerrigan. That guy absolutely kills us. Offensive line, look at Kerrigan. Follow him. Identify where he is on the field, and then don't let him at the quarterback. That guy with his, every single time, he kills us. And I just cannot, if I'm able to tell you right now, on this video, just as a spectator, please game plan for this guy. Please, please, please. So that's what I got this week. Our Philadelphia Eagles against Washington. And we just gotta find a way to do it. So let's just get straight to the hype music, and you know what's coming after it. So our verse against the Washington Redskins, it's a must-win game for us. We cannot afford to fault, failure, and just not produce. We have to give everything we got. We have to trust our process, run the football, good decision-making decisions by Carson Wentz. Solid defense that's just simple and straightforward to the point. Get at McCoy, make sure that he makes bad decisions, and then come away with a victory so I can be on a plane ready to go give the Dallas Cowboys and their fans crap saying, we're coming for our division. we're coming to claim that the party is not over yet, and we're here to hopefully ride right into the playoffs and be that team nobody wants to see. So let's go, Birds. Let's beat Washington. Let's be loud for our team and support us all the way. Let's go, Birds, baby. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Beat Washington.